The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Washington Redskins. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Nashville. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Check 53. Let's go. 5.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Derrick Henry. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And Walker has it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Switch. Greystone, travel. Lee Griffin.
They'll run with Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Henry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
91.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, here's Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. Tannehill throwing again. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 8 yards out. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the 1st quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive, maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback. Well, you gave up the 1st touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Now the 1st carry for Adrian Peterson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Logan Ryan on the tackle. A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Washington.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Redskins, nothing.
Ready. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. This one caught by Davis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They run again on first down. Peterson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. An 8-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Tannehill of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. From the 45 on second down, Tannehill. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And Walker with it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Tannehill on first down. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up third down. To the air again, Tannehill. He finds Humphries. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Again, Tannehill toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Let's go.
Hey, Echo.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
6'6", bullet high. Hit it.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe
Adrian Peterson, the 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
how did they get that done?
Hopkins with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
30 base. Pilot, 64.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. It's caught. Humphreys. And he'll be out right at the 35. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He gets it to Humphreys. An 11-yard pickup.